Good morning, everybody. Dave and I hunting a piece of public he scouted a couple weeks ago. Saw some hens back in here. We've walked almost a mile and a half to get back in here. It's just breaking daylight. Owl hooted a few times and man, nothing. Just beautiful day, breaking day right now, no wind. I mean, we haven't checked the barometric pressure, but I mean, it ought to be on the rise. Had some rain yesterday. I mean, it's still early. We can still get one fired up, obviously, but
it sure would have been nice to hear one gobble on the roost.
Yeah, and we may still. I mean, still pretty dark in the timber, but looking out here to the east over this clear cut, you know, it's finally heard an owl. Been trying to get them fired up all morning, and he sounded just like me.
Yeah, he did.
He just went,
Just
woo!
It don't matter, just make a noise sometimes. If they're in the mood to gobble, they will gobble at any
I mean, you
noise.
can take one of them little air horns and just doot.
Goose call.
My dad used to do that. Slam a truck door. But we're gonna do some walking today. We got a mile and a half just to get out of here, whether we see a turkey or not. But I'd like to be carrying one out. David shot one in the face yesterday, so
Yeah, with the old 410.
first bird with the CVA 410. So kept telling him to kill one with that 410. You got to hunt with it. He finally did, and it worked out.
Never made a call.
Yeah, killed it up at his farm in a clover patch. Had two of them with him. If I'd have been there, we'd have doubled up. But anyways, we're gonna get to walking. We'll check back in with you guys later. All right, we just crow called right here. And one gobble. Let's see if we can get him to gobble again, David. Pinpoint him. All right, we're gonna pin him on X, but I think we can get down here and get at least in the tree line. Or maybe he's on the ground now, but I mean, that's only been like 2 minutes. So anyways, I think the first time he gobbled, he's facing us. Next time he's facing away. So David got him.
We're right here. Yeah, I thought they might roost in here. I think he may be in here.
He's like in line with that X there, but not that far.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is
it shows a creek there.
It's dry, but this is a knoll, kind of you can see all around. That's where I thought they'd be. I guarantee that's where he's going to strut, either there or there. We need to
we need to loop around and get, instead of trying to go through this timber on him. I'll mark him on mine. He's not gobbling at a regular crow, but he'll gobble it like Goofy Crow. It's so open in here that we don't have a problem getting this bird within 410 range.
He's straight ahead.
sir, brother. Stone dead. Get you some of that, David.
The smell of spring. He spit and drummed right behind these bushes for
Yeah, baby.
about 5 minutes.
Oh my God, he was wearing me out, man. He was wearing me out. He had done committed, but I had an opening right there. Oh my goodness. So I got to give a huge thank you to David, man, because he, like we said earlier, he killed a bird yesterday, so I guess he was feeling kind of generous. But he came out here the day before opening day and scouted this place. He and I both been out here last year and didn't have any luck. But he walked back in here and found this hardwood ridge and bottom right here, and it just looked like it had turkeys in here, and he'd marked a few spots, and he actually saw 3 hens in here. So we walked a mile and a half back in here, and owl hooted, let the owls hoot, crow calls. He didn't gobble at anything until I mouth called at him, and just a hoping there was another one. He gobbled at that, and we just kept tabs on him. And then he was, I don't know, he was drifting. We thought we was going to get in front of him, but it's so open in here. This is the only spot with any cover. So we just sat down, ran our little inflatable decoy out there. David did some calling up here at the decoy, and then we sat down, and I think he called maybe 2 more. He was over here.
Yep.
And he threw some calls back this way, and it brought him in here perfect, because I thought I was going to have to shoot him right here. But he got behind this, I don't know what this is. It kind of looks like wild plum, but it's not. And man, with the 12 gauge, I could have lit him up, but with that 410, I just had to be patient. And he strutted back and forth and then drifted over here and come out of strut one time. And I was like, oh God, he just smelt a rat. But then he broke and walked right out here just perfect. And that's my first bird in Georgia with my 410. And I get to put another notch on the gun here. Got me a Wyoming, a Kansas, and 2 Maines. So now I get to stick me a Georgia on there. So I went and got him because he was flopping around out there. I didn't want him to hurt himself. I think he's just a 2-year-old, which is fine by me. Not a super long beard. He does have some pretty decent spurs, so it makes you think he could be a 3-year-old. I don't know. We'll check his teeth later. I done got pretty good at checking the teeth. But man, David, we got to hear the gobbling, the spitting, and the drumming.
I mean,
inside 20 yards, man.
He spit and drummed behind those bushes there for 5 minutes. I'm sitting there holding the camera, trying not to shake because he's, I mean, that may be 20. That may be more like 15.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's got to sooner or later.
I mean, I'm sure I was breathing hard, but brother, you reminded me of Brad on a bear hunt when I was hunting and he was filming. He was breathing so hard. I was like, man, you got to calm down. You're going to get me shook up.
Yeah.
I can hear you right there. I mean, and you wasn't even, you knew you wasn't even going to shoot. Man.
No, but I'm, it's just so close. That's why we do this.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You wasn't even shooting.
Nope.
And you were just as fired
up as fired up.
If you were shooting.
Yep, for you to shoot him.
But
because I know it's been a tough season, and I've already been to Florida and killed an Osceola and killed
2 birds.
Killed a turkey on my place yesterday. So I was just excited knowing that you were about to get an opportunity.
I hunted Alabama a couple of times, and just I mean, I walked over 2 miles the other day in Alabama and drove 18 miles and did not hear a gobble. So to get this bird, man, especially on public land, that's the second one we've got on public land that I know of.
Yeah, me and you together, yeah.
So he done went out there and got himself a little wet.
Yeah, the biggest difference is today we're all alone on a public land piece in Georgia, and there's not another soul here. And the other one that we killed, there were probably 100. There were 2 trucks at every gate.
Yeah, we went to the only truck that day that didn't, or
The only gate
that year that didn't have a truck at it.
And we struck a bird and killed it.
It was funny. Remember, there were tracks walking down the road, and somebody was
trying to mark them all out
with their foot.
Yep.
It didn't work.
Did not work. We found his turkey and killed it.
I can't get over him not gobbling at anything but that.
So we called, you know, but I knew he was going to gobble then, but we just didn't want to give up our.
He didn't gobble at a real owl. Your owl hoot, my owl hoot.
We didn't want to give up. We didn't want to call to this turkey until we were where we wanted to kill him.
I think that's what we need to talk about, because you being in here, I mean, now that we're here, we can see how open it is.
Yeah.
And you know, we can show you some of that later. This is the thickest spot.
Yep.
And we knew if we got out here in the open, we were definitely going to have to put a decoy out, and to hide 2 guys
On a tree
with no cover was going to be difficult. But we both saw this spot, and we thought about getting here, but I mean, you know, what's 5 yards with this 410, you know? So we backed up to this tree, and we might have could have shot him right here sooner, but he could have seen us.
Well, the sun was by, you know.
There was like 4 minutes that, I mean, I had my hat like this. You know?
I mean, as y'all can see right now, the sun's was coming up on us, was going to light us up like a light bulb, and that's what we were concerned about.
It is up here, and why we chose this spot. I mean, it narrowed our little field of view down here, but it also made him have to
come look for us.
And it didn't. David set the decoy just over the lip, so maybe he could see the head of it. And we threw calls back this way. And I mean, it was textbook. I mean,
Yep.
Got him to gobble on the roost once or twice, and then he hit the ground. He still shot gobbled. And I am really surprised when you said you saw 3 hens in there the other day and no gobbler. Where were they at this morning?
Yeah, and
I would have bet money he would have had hens.
Where are those 3 hens? Unless they got a you know, much more dominant gobbler with them.
There could be other birds in there for sure. I mean, there's enough room in here.
What's that over your shoulder?
One of them little turkey birds. They gobble when you talk sweet to them.
Like Scott and I always say, we love petting turkeys.